Hello, this year's Silverstone Grand Prix is going to be the most expensive motorsport event to attend that we've ever seen in Britain. And we've got 2 grandstand seats to give away tonight to one of these 3 contestants. So, stay with us. Asking price. So you know the game by now. If not, you're in for a treat. We'll show our studio contestants a variety of cars that are genuinely for sale up and down the country. Now, they guess the asking price, and there's a point for the closest to it. Now, if they guess within £50 of the real asking price, they get an extra bonus point or 2 points for a direct hit on that price. So, with me tonight, Ron, who's a postman, Joseph, who sells Audis, and Paul, who's a student who wants to get into this business. God help him. OK, thanks for playing. Let's get straight on with the game and join Andy for our first car.
You're going to like this one, Chris, from Toyota. It's the RAV4 Free Sport, 1998 S-Reg. It's nice silver. It's a bit of a small car, so if you're a big fella like me, it might not be for you. But I do like the size of the wheels, bigger than average, very nice. It's got a tow bar on the back if you've got a caravan. Let's have a look at the inside. There you go, loads of room, even for a big fella like me. Now, it's a 4-wheel drive, 2-litre engine, and of course it takes the faithful petrol. And look at this, nice little sunroof. There you go. With only 22,000 miles on the clock, this has got to be a real bargain. CD player, electric windows, the full works. All you got to do now is tell me the asking price.
Gentlemen, start working on your price, thinking about it. It's 3 years old, it's done 22,000 miles. They're very popular little cars, especially with ladies. Lots of demand for them. So what do you think that car's going to be sold for on the used car dealership frontage? What's going to be that price on the windscreen? Start writing it down now. Right, OK, pens down. Turn your boards round, put them in the slot, and show us the prices. So, Ron, what do you think that RAV4 is worth?
8,995.
Think that's a good price for it?
Yeah, I think it's a ladies' car.
Ladies' car. Joseph, you'd bid 12,995, very professional price there, £5 under 13,000. Think that's a bit high for it?
Just the kind of car a young lady would go for, and I think that's a forecourt price for that car.
Right, and Paul, you're way down. You're down at just over £7,500. So, let's see what the real price of that RAV4 is.
The RAV4 is proving to be a big seller these days. Did you get it right, though? And is it worth what you think? I'll tell you what it's worth. £9,750. Lovely.
Well, there you go. £9,750. Ron is closest with a smidgen under 9,000. Well done. You get the point. Second round features new cars, and that's courtesy of the manufacturers. So what I want you to do is have a look at this Citroën Saxo. Now, the Saxo, this is the VTS. It's the hot hatch version of the Saxo. 1.6-litre, 16-valve engine, a real pocket rocket, 120 brake horsepower. It does actually drive in the UK, although that looks as though it's filmed in Arizona to me. Standard equipment includes ABS and airbags, CD player, sunroof. Bit tight inside, but the sort of guys who like that car and love the performance aren't going to worry about that. And a bargain compared to other hot hatches. So, take your boards down, clear off the prices, write down what you think. Remember what Citroën want for that car, OK? This is the full new car price. Try and remember your local paper and all those 0 HP deals on offer. And I think you get free insurance still with that car. OK, time's up. Put your boards up. Show me what you think. OK, wide variation there. Ron, you think that car's worth £16,000? That seems a lot for a very small car.
No, I think that's what Citroën won for it.
Joseph, £9,000. And on the end, Paul, you think it's an expensive car as well? You're up at smidgen under £12,000. Let's see what Citroën want for that motorcar. Our roulette wheel stops on £11,795. So, Paul, you're the closest, and point to you, actually very close on that price. OK, now to a round that's close to my heart, the classic car round, because I'm a old sort of classic sort of guy. And it's Lynn who's been out and about for us this week.
Wow, check out those wheels. Red soft top. Can you guess what it is? Yep, it is the MGA 1500 Mark I, the rarest of all the MG cars. It's 42 years old, it was rebuilt 6 or 7 years ago, and it's clocked up 32,000 miles since then. 42 years old and looking pretty spectacular, if I don't mind saying so myself. It's even got a little luggage rack for my dirty weekends away. So, let's check out the interior. Oh, well, it's a little bit cramped in here, but the interior is looking pretty snazzy. It's got a brand new leather interior, new leather soft top, which is pretty handy for these wet weekends in Manchester. It is a little bit cramped though. I don't know how they went on for in-car action in the 50s, if you know what I mean. It has spent some time in America, this car as well. It was exported and re-imported, so it's a bit of a traveller. It's got MOT, and you don't need to buy car tax because it is a classic. So I'm off for the weekend in this little motor, but what is the asking price?
I'll tell you what, the MG Car Club in Abingdon wouldn't like it referred to as a dirty weekend car at all. OK, take your boards down, rub those prices off. A beautiful classic MGA there, lovely car, looks in brilliant condition. A lot of money obviously spent on it. 32,000 miles it says on the clock, it's probably been round a couple of times, but MGA in lots of demand, affordable, don't forget, it's not top of the range classic car, it's an affordable classic car. Get your prices down quick, time's up. Let me see those prices up on the boards. OK, Ron, now you don't think a lot of that because you think it's only worth 5,000 quid. Joseph, on the other hand, is £10,000 more than that at £15,000. And Paul, you're exactly the same. You say £15,000. Let's see what they want for the MGA.
So the asking price for this little beauty, immaculate condition, red soft top, £8,000. Yes, what a bargain, £8,000. Right, I'm off for the weekend. Tally-ho!
£8,000, that's a good price for that car, I tell you, looking through the back of some of the specialist classic car magazines. Ron, you're the closest, you're under, but £5,000, that's the closest. Let's find out how the scores are looking so far. Well, Joseph yet to get off the mark with no points. Paul's got one. Postman Ron, way out there in the lead with 2 points. You're obviously walking around and looking at what those cars are worth. Yeah. Now it's our quickfire round and a chance to collect some bonus points by guessing within £1,000 of these cars' values. Now, once you've guessed, you can't guess again, and the time goes on, the points go down. Let's look at our first car. Can't see much of it there. More of the car revealed. What do you think it is? What do you think it's worth? Buzz as soon as you think you know. Come on. Somebody must know what it is. Ah, Paul's buzzed.
It's a Nissan Terrano or something.
And how much is it?
I reckon it's probably going to come in at around 15, about 14,500, £15,000.
OK, yeah, we'll give you that. That's well done. Yes, excellent. Let's go on to the next car. Can't see much there, but I know what it is from that. Yeah, Joseph's buzzed. Yeah. Come to you. What is it and how much is it worth?
It's a BMW 3 Series.
And what's it worth?
I would say around 24,000.
No, you're out. Ron and Paul, keep going. Let's see some more of the car. Paul, were you buzzed?
I'm taking a bit of a hazard guess here, but I reckon it's going to be worth probably a bit more than 24. I'm going to reckon about 27,000.
27,000.
Yeah.
You're out. It's down to you, Ron. What is it? Quick.
BMW ZX.
And how much is it?
About 30,000.
No, not close enough. Nobody won that one. So let's look at the whole car. That's, in fact, the new M3, which is what tripped you all up. And BMW want an amazing £38,500 for that. OK, let's move on to our three-car shuffle for you at home. Put these three cars in their correct value order, starting with the most expensive. So the cars we're looking at are the Citroën Saxo, the Alfa Romeo 147 and the Fiat Punto HGT Abarth. See you after the break. Welcome back. Well, how did you get on at home putting those cars in the right order? Well, of course, the most expensive was the Alfa Romeo, then followed by the Fiat Punto, and as we gave you a hint earlier on, the cheapest car, the Citroën Saxo. Right, now we're down the auction with all the sheepskin coats. Let's join Joe for our auction round.
Hello again, this is Little Auction Annie on the trail of some more bargains. But of course, for every bargain, there's a duffer. And that's why you really have to be experienced, or at least take an experienced friend with you when you buy at an auction. Now this looks a sexy little car. This Targa-topped convertible from Peugeot looks gorgeous. It's a 205 CJ convertible with Pininfarina styling. It's done 105,000 miles and is a K-Reg. It has an MOT and looks to be fairly well looked after. However, at an auction you really have to look at the details. Now we're filming this auction in the winter. Do people buy convertibles in the winter? Also, Peugeot do not make this car anymore. I wonder if there are any replacement hoods available. After all, this one looks like it's on its last legs and is stuck together with bits of tape. So, the Peugeot 205 CJ convertible. What am I bid? Chris, it's over to you.
Well, there you are. Very pretty little car, and if you get the hood fixed, I'm sure a lot of ladies would like to buy one. Start writing, think what you think. Remember, we're looking for the auction price. What did the hammer fall at that auction? And the guy there is surrounded by professionals, very hard-nosed people. So what do you think that 205 would be worth? But bear in mind, if you were a trader, you'd give it a bit of a brighten up, you'd fix the hood, and you'd undoubtedly sell it. OK, show me your prices. Ron, you didn't think too much about that car, did you? 300 quid?
No.
Joseph, a bit higher, 850. Paul, you're not a great enthusiast for a 205 convertible, £400. Back to Joe, let's see what the hammer fell at.
Well, some interesting bids from you there in the studio. Now I can reveal that this particular car was bought at auction for £950. Yes, 950. Who was the closest in the studio, Chris?
Well, Joseph, congratulations. Your first point. I mean, brilliant. For a professional, that's really good. OK, so 850, you're very close, you get 1 point. And, of course, you two know each other, don't you, Ron and Joseph, because you're currently about to appear in Hello, Dolly. Who's Dolly?
A good friend of ours, Valerie.
Which group is doing that?
It's the Zodiac Amateur Operatic Society in Frodsham.
A plug for them. What more do you want?
Tickets still available till Saturday.
Brilliant. OK, we're off to find this week's private seller and see what their asking price is for their pride and joy.
This is the Rover 200 1.4 SI with private registration. It's an R-Reg 98 with lap on the reg plate. So what does that indicate? Is she a lap dancer? So for something with over 32,000 miles on the clock, this paintwork is pretty snazzy. So what's going on inside? Well, we've got an Atlas on the front seat, which indicates she likes to get about, but the interior is looking a bit of a tip, so it indicates she's a very busy woman indeed. So, one careful lady owner with great bodywork. What is the asking price for our lady lap dancer?
Lady lap dancer. Los Angeles police. OK, start thinking about your price. Write it down for me. Rover 200, 3 years old, 1.4 litre, 32,000 miles. Lots of, dare I say, elderly people go for that sort of car. Quite reliable, lovely K-Series engine that Rover put in that car, so I would think quite easy to sell. Thinking about it, green car though. Trade says green cars don't sell. Come on, let's see your prices. OK, Ron, you put £3,450 or near offer, which is what every private buyer in the world says. Thank you. Joseph, £4,750. Paul, you're very close to Joseph, £4,500. Let's see what that punter wanted for the car.
So, how much does luscious Linda want for her little lapmobile? £5,000 of love.
OK, so, Joseph, another point. My faith in professionals restored. OK, very close at 4,750. Now to the second of our quickfire rounds. Same as before, you can only guess once, and the points go down as we reveal more of the car. Time starts now. Let's see the first car. Can't see much of that. See a little bit more. It's an estate car. Tell me as soon as you... Ah, yeah, got a buzz from Joseph. What is it?
It's a Citroen C5.
And what is it worth? Quick.
That's 11,500.
No, you're out. Ron and Paul, what is it? See a bit more of the car? And Ron's buzzed.
Estate, yeah.
Yeah.
18,000.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Close enough. Let's have a look at the car. It is the brand new Citroen C5 LX Estate. Very big car, that, actually, inside. Huge amount of room. Citroen wants 17,050 quid for it, so, yeah, I'll let you have that. And you get 2 points, because we hadn't quite revealed the full shape of the car. Let's move on to the next picture. See a bit of it. I know what it is now. Yes, Paul's buzz.
It's Punto HGT.
Yeah.
And
what's it sell for? Quick.
14,000.
Yeah, well done. Let's look at the whole car. That's the new hot hatch from Fiat, the Punto HGT Abarth. Well spotted. 1.8 litre engine in there. And Fiat want 13,396 for it, so very close. And you get 3 points because we hadn't revealed a great deal of it. Let's have a look at another picture. I know what it is. Yes, come on, you know what that is. Quick.
It's a Volvo Estate.
Run, Volvo Estate. What is it worth, quick?
19,000.
No. Between you two? Joseph Budge?
16,500.
No. Paul?
22,000.
22,000. Nobody close enough. Let's look at the car. That's the the V70 170 SE. I get so confused by Volvo names and numbers now. 2.4 engine. They want £25,660 for it. OK, let's have a look at the scores overall. So, Joseph on 2, Ron very good on 4, and Paul there on the end, our winner with 5 points. Brilliant. So, Paul, you could be off to Silverstone, courtesy of Oxenden Motorsport. Are you into Formula One?
Yeah, I like my racing.
You like it?
Racing, yeah.
Do you follow it every week?
Not every week, not religiously, but I do like watching the racing.
Who's your favourite driver?
I'd like to say Jenson Button, but he's not doing too well. I mean, I'd like to support the lad because he's young and he's doing what a lot of young people would like to, they dream about it. I mean, I'd love to get behind the wheel of one of those cars.
And he's prepared to lend his BMW M3 to his mates.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's right.
In order to be wrecked. OK, so we begin again on this round. Let me remind you about our final payoff round. Less time to guess, the car's a little bit trickier, and that's why we're allowing Paul to confer with the professional advice of Joseph and the postman's intuition of Ron. So remember, Paul, you need to guess the value of that car within £1,000 either side to win those Silverstone Grand Prix tickets, and I wish you the very best of luck.
It's difficult to know what to say about this next car. It is, as you can see, a Honda Civic. It's a kind of a bog standard stocking filler type of a car. It's when you go to your boss and say, I want a pay rise and I want a company car, he'll say, OK, you can have a Honda Civic. It's a bit kind of, that type of car. It's a 1.4 injection, petrol, manual, 5-door hatchback car. It's got metallic paint, you wouldn't be able to tell. There's a few extras inside. It's got air conditioning, electric front windows and mirrors, and remote control central locking. But have a look inside, it really isn't nice. Kind of an 80s velour type affair going on here on the seats. Really could turn your stomach if you go too far. It was registered in June 2000, it's W registered, it's got 19,500 miles on the clock, and it's not my cup of tea. Oh, and it's got ABS and air conditioning. There you go. What's the asking price?
It's not his cup of tea. Honda Civic, so there you go. 1.4 litre, 18 months old, 19,500 miles. Talk to the boys. You've only got 15 seconds. Quickly, what do you think it's going to fetch? I want to see you start writing soon. A lot riding on this. Get it absolutely right. They don't go for huge amounts of money. They don't go for huge amounts of money. OK. Put your price up. Let's see what you got. OK, Paul.
Very
You
reluctant.
reckon £6,500. Let's see what they want for the Honda Civic.
Now, this really is a fine example of hand-built craftsmanship made by the Japanese... No, it's not. They pile them iron, sell them cheap. It's worth £7,000.
Paul, you're there. 6,500 quid. Brilliant. You're the man going to Silverstone. You've got those tickets, grandstand tickets, paddock transfer, entry to the circuit, wherever you want to go. I think an absolutely fabulous prize. Very, very well done.
Thank you.
You look pleased as punch about
I'm well
that.
chuffed, actually. Yeah.
So, lison, you've got 2 tickets. Are you going to take one of these 2 with you?
No, I think I'm going to take my brother. Sorry,
busy,
Don.
Your brother. Yes. OK. And is he into Grand Prix as well?
Yes, he is, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's. I'll tell you what. I mean, Octagon have said this year that they want to cut down on the numbers, so there isn't the quagmire in the car park. So it's going to be a very exclusive event. They actually said that old Brooklands phrase, the right crowd and no crowding. So I think you're going to get a very, very good view of that event. Well, there you go. One of the most valuable prizes we've given away so far on Asking Price. I wish I'd won it myself, but I can't guarantee you a helicopter trip into and out of the circuit. But I'm sure you're going to have a great time. And Ron and Joseph, do not despair, because we have other great prizes. We have tickets to the International Classic Car Show at Birmingham coming up in November. A lovely show. You really enjoy the classics on show there. Are you both into classics?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like to have a
Well,
look at
you'll
that.
see me there on the Citroën stand with my old Citroën. I have absolutely no doubt. Thanks very much indeed, guys. If you'd like to be a contestant, the full address is on our website, www.menandmotors.co.uk. Thanks to Ron, Joseph and Paul, and to you for watching. Here are another 3 cars, and if you'd like to know their correct value, the answers are on the website. See you next week.